your Hindi, the things you, I mean, no one would want to see your history on your phone, right?
Google.
Google.
Google search it for a good reason, not a bad reason as well.
Yeah,
You
for
must
good reason.
clarify that, please. There's lots of Hindi being looked at or
Yeah.
trying to learn new words, but it's, yeah. So I'm teaching some Afrikaans as well to one or two of the guys.
Yeah.
But I think they also, I'm teaching them the wrong stuff and they're teaching me the wrong stuff as well at stages.
Here we go. We have the pacer with us, Anrich Nortje, and welcome to the Delhi Capitals podcast. You are surely a fan favorite. All of them love you. All of us love you, and it's a pleasure to have you here. So let's see how this podcast goes today.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me here. It's always a pleasure being here with you. Seeing what nonsense you're going to speak today again.
I knew the moment you were saying it's nice. I knew that's not a compliment. So I was waiting for it.
It's good to be here.
Amazing. So what's happening with your beard? It's grown again, I can see.
I've got no idea. I'll probably shave it somewhere along the line.
Okay.
There's no structure.
No
when I
structure.
get bored, we shave. When we've got too much time, can't sleep, shave it or do something funky. But for now, aram se.
Okay, आराम से. Yeah, that your Hindi is improving. Like कैसे हो?
But yeah.
You learned something new.
Egg, tau, teen. That's where I'm at.
That's it.
3 words.
But you were till 5 last time we spoke.
Yeah, but I forgot.
4, 5.
Char pans. And then art and seed. Or seed.
Ah.
Yeah.
Chhe.
7 and 8.
6, 7. 7 and 8.
Sat
That's where
and-
you
sat
were
and
confused.
art. Yeah. So I know 7 and 8. Choka and chaka.
Choka and chaka. Don't want them while you're bowling.
No. Too much of them.
Yeah, playing in India, it's always just around the corner on the flat surfaces.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. It's nice to be playing in India. Finally playing IPL in India. So really good to experience it and have crowds again. Yeah, really been enjoying the experience from a cricketing perspective.
So I just thought about it, and this is actually the first time you played in India, right? This season?
It's the
I mean, for Delhi
it's
Capitals.
the first time I'm playing for Delhi in India. Yes.
Yeah,
Last time I was here, I was also on the bench. So finally, after 3 seasons playing in India at least, I haven't played at Delhi yet. So still
Yeah.
looking forward to that.
Absolutely, man. It's gonna be after 3 years. You're gonna play for Delhi Capitals in Delhi at our home stadium, and COVID has done strange things.
Yeah, I'll be in the away team now. Hopefully, when we first get selected. But I think our first game against India will be in Delhi, if I'm correct. So at least
Yeah.
I'll see Delhi.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice. So let's get started on the journey so far this year, and it's been kind of a mixed bag, but like your wife says, in the end, it all falls into place.
Yeah, it's a long story. I think we've covered most of it, but it's been lots of ups and downs, and it's just nice to finally be sort of fit and ready to play and working on skills and actually focusing on cricket and not worrying about how the body is reacting. So that's been a nice part the last few weeks. I'm really happy with the progress that we've made and where we got to, and the physio and trainers. So it's been really good the way they've managed it.
Right. And not just for you, but for our team as well. This season has been kind of quite different, right? COVID cases happening, injuries to key players, and then some decisions not going our way, tempers flaring. So much has been happening, but our team has shown that character, fought through everything, and we're still in the hunt.
I think it's something we've always had. Is we've always sort of been in and around. When we lose a game, it's mostly 6 runs, 1 over, 15 runs or 1 wicket or something that we lose it by. So we've always shown that fight and that sort of ability to bounce back even from a bad start or something bad in the game happens. So yes, we're not in the ideal seat. We're not first this season, but there's been a lot, like you said, but no excuses. Hopefully we can just sort of try and build on this. Every team went through the same thing, trying to retain every guy they could and that they believed in and keep the. So I think we've got only 7. So it's a completely new team, and just looking forward to see how we're gonna keep on building with this season, and then hopefully looking forward.
Right, and the bonds, like we have seen, have been growing stronger with every passing day. The more time we all spend together, we are getting to know each other, especially the newer players. Few of them you have played with or against. Lungi, for example, is what a guy.
Yeah, I won't say what a guy, but no, it's nice, and we've had a lot of time in between games, so we've had lots of time to spend together, to sort of mingle, chat, go to the pool, breakfast time. So yeah, it's nice to sort of learn everyone. When I got here, it was sort of, there's a lot of new guys again, and a lot that you're not aware of, or not aware of, but that you don't know or never played either with or against. So it's nice to slowly but surely get to learn everyone, see how they are off the field, not just on the field, and just create those bonds like you mentioned.
Yeah, and I remember one face, I was like, 2 faces which I was definitely looking forward to seeing were you and Michaela. The moment I saw you guys, I was so happy. I met her first at the lift, and you were at physio.
Most probably.
Yeah, you spent most time with Patrick, right?
Yeah.
So you were there, and then we met, and wow, man, I was quite emotional to see you guys, because there was so much uncertainty. Will he come? Will he not come? What's happening? None of us knew, right? So
Yeah.
it was so happy to see you. All of us.
No, myself, I didn't know whether I'm coming or going. So it was nice to eventually get here. Like I said, I spent a hell of a lot of time with Patrick. Luckily, I'm not seeing him too much now. I'm happy about that. I've seen him more than my wife at a stage. So yeah, it's just nice to sort of have things going on track again, and really happy to be here.
And some bonds have been there for a few years now, so you would be also feeling comfortable, whether it's Rishabh, Ricky, Akshar.
Yeah.
You guys get along really well.
Yeah. We definitely get along. It's nice to sort of get to the team again, where you know the coaches, you know the staff, the captain, obviously the other retained players, and then to have some extra guys as well, and then to get Lungi as well. It's just nice to have someone from South Africa. Like I said, last time, Wayne is also from South Africa,
Yeah.
so you can speak about a few things at home as well. It's nice, and everyone's getting along really nicely. Lots and lots of banter.
And
I don't think Lungi wants to sit next to me.
maybe we can get both of you on a DC cafe or something like.
No.
Yeah, it's already.
It would be good, but yeah, we'll have a few
Editor's
cutscenes.
Nightmare.
Yes, definitely.
You yourself are a good editor, right? You talk about your skills, shooting skills, edit skills. You are looking for an assistant. Do you
I'll
want
put my hand
place
up.
an ad here?
Yeah, after cricket, I'll put my hand up for editing. I'll come and help you guys out.
You're gonna employ us.
No, I'll just come and work my magic.
Okay.
I'll work my magic. Put a few lights in the background. Put a proper brick background,
Yeah.
and then I'll use that. I'll do some magic. You've shown me 1 or 2 of the apps, so I know what you do. I've got it there. So everything's on the phone and on the laptop now. So
For the ones who don't know, I would like to tell them that Anrich keeps talking about editing videos, shooting. He has his own camera, editing software. So I think it's going to be tough for us to stay in the job once he finishes his cricket.
I haven't opened the apps yet.
So we bond over a lot of things, especially movies which we watch. We laugh all the time whenever we discuss a movie like Borat or The Dictator. We tease you a lot. And there's one thing I definitely look forward to is seeing you at the breakfast, because those are the best times we have. I mean, it's mad laughter. Your Hindi, the things you I mean, no one would want to see your history on your phone, right?
Google.
Google.
Google search it for a good reason, not a bad reason as well.
Yeah,
You
for
must
good reason.
clarify that, please. There's lots of Hindi being looked at, or
Yeah.
trying to learn new words, but it's yeah. So I'm teaching some Afrikaans as well to one or two of the guys.
Yeah.
But I think they also, I'm teaching them the wrong stuff and they're teaching me the wrong stuff as well at stages. But it's been good. I've been enjoying breakfast. It's obviously we're in a bubble, so it's something you look forward to going to the breakfast. So it's really nice to just sit and mingle and have a laugh in the morning, not think about cricket or
Right.
anything work related for you guys as well. So it's really nice just to sort of switch off there,
Yeah, it's quite
start
refreshing.
the day.
So, I don't want to ask you what you've been teaching the boys.
Rather not.
Yeah. So, what else is happening in life? What are you up to? I don't see you as often. I used to see you last year.
I know where this is going. So I bought before we were possibly going into a 5-day isolation, I bought a guitar. I've got some, what do you call it in English? What's that?
The marks on your hand?
Yeah, what do you call that?
The cuts
No, from the
guitar.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
What do you
I can
call that?
see. I don't know. I don't have word for that, but yeah,
Okay,
I can see
anyway,
your
so
finger.
it's starting. It's starting. The fingers are getting slowly but surely getting ready. But it's the movements, the chords. It's still tough, but I'm getting there. At least I started now. I've been wanting to do it for a few years, and I eventually started. So lots of YouTube in the room, lots of annoying. Hopefully Ricky's not too worried about, or his hearing is not too great next door. But yeah, just I've been trying to do that, and then other than that, a little bit of TV, a little bit of everything, to be honest, but nothing major.
Okay. So, before the season ends, do we get to see a performance?
No, no, not anytime soon. Probably I'll play for you in a year's time. I'll play one. I'll just show you in a year's time. I won't play anything.
Okay. A year's time.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we can just cheat. Video edit.
I'll show you next season if I'm here.
Okay.
And if you, yeah.
Okay. So, getting back to what's been happening lately, I remember one day, when you get to know people, you also get to know what's happening inside of them, right? I remember the first game you played this season, it didn't go well for you. And I walked down after the game to do my content. I saw you sitting there. You looked at me, I looked at you, and we were laughing. I mean, those are the sort of things, that you understand each other, man.
Yeah.
He is also laughing that, okay, it's fine.
Yeah,
man.
it was just one of those games. Things didn't go my way. Things didn't feel too great on the day as well. So, yeah, not much that you can do. Sort of where you stand and where you're at after the game. So there's not too much you can do. The sun comes up again, like they said,
Yeah.
or like they say. So, yeah, it was just back to the drawing board from there on.
I know, and I mean, there have been so many those little journeys as well for you, not just one whole journey of coming back, but in that also there have been some small journeys,
Yeah.
getting back, working on something, coming back, feeling good about yourself, your rhythm. I also noticed that there are conversations you have with Watto, like after a tough game. What sort of discussions are those? He talks mainly about the mental aspect of the game right now.
Yeah, I chatted to him once quickly. Just he sort of briefly explained what he's quite into the mental side of things as well. Didn't spend too much time. It's not my favorite topic to think about. For me, it's just about trying to be in the right mindset and execute. So the things he was talking about, sort of similar, very basic, which I liked. But in general, no, it's just about trying to, like you said, trying to build it up again after the first game, building it up to hopefully the second game, and then started to miss out on a few games. Just did my training, and every time a challenge of what I wanted to achieve out of the training. So all in all, it's been growing, but there's still lots of room for improvement. But at least the rhythm is a lot better than it was. I think that first game in the nets and at training, it felt decent. It didn't always feel 100%, but it felt quite good. And then in the game, once the adrenaline kicked in, everything felt out. So luckily, literally the next day we went to training, sorted out the rhythm thing, the rhythm issue. It was a small adjustment, and everything was fine again. So from there on, could just build on that and try to improve every day, and try and do the basics.
Right. I'm sure there must have been some sort of pressure as well, right? You're playing after such a long time in a competitive atmosphere. You want to do your best. Does it ever kind of play on your mind?
Yeah, so you obviously want to start off where you ended off at. I think that was a big thing for me. Try and get into that mindset and try and be ready and sort of think the way I was thinking, being clear, being understanding what I want to do at certain stages and how you want to go about things. What you do when you bowl this ball, what you do when you bowl that ball, and yeah, obviously it is tough when you've been out for so long. But I try to get the mental side right for the game. Like I said, unfortunately the rhythm was a little bit out and couldn't get the proper steps in, I think, during the run up, and that was difficult in itself. One or two things could have gone differently and it could have been a different ball game. Having a lot of dew, it was tough as well.
Right.
It's the wettest I've played in, and it's the wettest it's been that I can remember now since we've been here. But yeah, it is what it is, and it was I actually still think it was a good game, and just to get it out the way, and try and build on from there. So, but yes, the expectations was high. My expectations was high as well. I'm not too bothered about what other people are thinking. It's
Right.
more about what I'm thinking and what I want to do and achieve out the game. So, definitely wanted to do better, play a little bit more at the start as well. Once I thought I was ready. But then you realize there's maybe a little bit more work to do, and then just go back to the drawing board and try and get it done. I was happy with some of the skills. Unfortunately, I bowled 2 beamers, which wasn't great, but all in all, once certain skills was required, I was still happy to be able to land some of it and do what I wanted to. But yeah, you can only bowl 2 beamers, unfortunately, in a game.
But just out of curiosity, how does this rhythm thing work? Like, okay, you're bowling, I'm not in great rhythm. So does the adjustment happen quickly, or you gotta kind of come back another day and try? Like, how does it go?
I've never had it before, so I've been bowling off a short run, off run since February. Trying to see how the body is, and body is paining here and there, and some discomfort here and there. So I've been going not off my normal run up since November. So things were a little bit out, and then, like I said, literally during the game I couldn't find it. During the warm up I couldn't get it properly during the warm up, but it was still okay. And then during the game, when the adrenaline was a little bit more, I just couldn't find it. And like I said, literally first ball next day, it was there, and it's been there ever since again. So, yeah, it was just one of those things.
Maybe a bit of luck helps in such situations if a bad ball maybe finds a fielder.
Yeah, definitely. If something happened differently, 2 balls, guy was just maybe a bit straighter, or 1 got stopped or 2 got stopped, and whatever it could be, something could have been different. Maybe a nick or a top edge or anything, and then maybe you could have had a great day again at the office. So it's fine margin. Sometimes you bowl, you top off every ball, and you go for runs, and sometimes you bowl half volleys and you get fifers. So you can't predict how things are going to turn out, and whether you bowl a good ball or bad ball. It's just about how your execution was and what your plans were at the time. So that's the main thing I've been focusing on for now. Still focusing on, and it will still be a big focus for a while to come now.
Right. It's quite interesting to hear those insights from you. Coming back, there's one more thing which is about you that you don't express much, but when we get to see you expressing yourself completely is when you pick up those wickets. The first wicket you picked up, your reaction said it all, how much it meant to you. So you feel you're more expressive when you're there out on the ground?
Yeah, I was just happy to get my first wicket in how many months. So yeah, obviously lots of emotion and lots of energy going into every ball, and to finally get a wicket after the start that I had and after the long time out, it was just quite a relief as well to get a wicket.
So let's talk about your celebration. Like I was asking you, you express yourself the most when you're on the field?
Celebrations is just, I don't know. The first one was obviously meant a lot, being out for a long time and finally getting a wicket in the second game. So it just meant a lot to, after everything that happened, to finally get a wicket. So that meant a lot to me. But in general, yes, depends on the situation, whatever. At the end of the game, you don't really celebrate. You're just happy you get a dot ball. So it depends on the situation, the game, what's required of you. So, yeah.
We have usually seen people have different ways to celebrate. Like we know Chetan has his Wakanda. Khalil tells, call me for wickets. And there are few people who celebrate passionately. Like Kuldeep is one of them. You. We get to see on your face that it means so much to you. So you've always been celebrating like that? Have you ever thought about a celebration?
No.
It's all natural. No. Whatever comes.
Yeah, I've got no idea. I was just now I need to control it, because sometimes if I go too crazy, my shoulders will pop out. So I've got loose shoulders. So I'll never dive forward, and I'll never go crazy with the celebration. It's always, keep it here.
Okay.
Yeah, I've actually once or twice where it just quickly goes out and in.
Yeah.
So
has it ever happened that a player has kind of suffered an injury while he's celebrating?
I think
too much?
has.
It has?
I'm not sure who, but I think it has.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll need to find that.
Yeah, we will maybe
send it to Kuldeep.
If people find it, they can kind of comment and let us know.
Yeah, there's definitely someone.
So getting back to your performances, they've been getting better. You've been feeling better about yourself, and it's only going to get better from here. And that's all we hope and pray for. How's it been having your wife here in the bubble? She came last year as well. You go out for training, but she mostly has to stay here unless it's a match day. So she's been coping well with it.
Yeah, it's obvious. It's harder for the family and the wives that's here than for us. We go to training. We've got meetings. We've got lots more to do, gym sessions and stuff. Where for them, it's literally game day and then maybe in their gym session and try to get to the pool. So. And then obviously with the team itself, it's been really nice where the team gets together, everyone gets together, not just the players. So apart from that, it has been difficult for them, I think. But credit to them as well. They've been really supportive. Not just Michaela, but all the wives have been really supportive, and quite a few stayed for quite a bit, which I thought was. I don't think a lot is going to stay for as long as it's been. But yeah, it's nice to have them here and to sort of have some support here, and even just someone to mingle with, especially for us this season. We've had to isolate so many times, so it's just been nice having someone in the room and being able to chat and to irritate more than anything else. But yeah, it's just been nice to have someone with us.
So you've been irritating her with your guitar skills?
Yes, she has put on noise cancellation for me. But yeah, she said the other day it's really good, and I thought she was sarcastic, so we had a fight about that. But no, it's shame. She's had to sit through that as well.
It's sweet, and we are very soon just letting everyone know that gonna have both of you on DC Cafe, which is our show. It's gonna be fun.
Is that before or after Lungi?
Maybe Lungi can join us for that.
Yeah, no, okay, looking forward to that.
Awesome. So apart from cricket and guitar, what else has been happening in life?
Not much.
Missing your two babies back home?
Not much. Yeah, there's been a lot there's been a lot happening, but nothing really to speak of. Just the normal. Yeah, missing the two dogs at home. When I was at home, it was irritating having a lot of medical stuff coming up. So we wanted to plan something maybe for a week or a weekend or something. It felt like there's always something coming up. So probably could have done more, but wanted to try and get things done as soon as possible as well. But yeah, it just missing back home, missing family and friends. Sister's moved back from Australia, so she's not in the area, but she's in SA, so looking forward to see her as well. Yeah, from our side, not much has happened. Same old boring. Yeah.
So talking back about you being at home, recently you spent so much time at home while you were rehabbing, trying to recover from the injury you faced. And we have touched upon it through one of our interviews, which was really well received by a lot of fans. They got to know not just the mental aspect of what someone goes through behind the scenes, but also from the perspective of how a professional athlete rehabs and how he recovers and what goes on in his mind and the sort of difficulties that are faced. How important was it for you to be at home, be around people who absolutely love you and those two cute dogs?
Yeah, it is. If especially when you don't have a time frame, I think it's important to be at home or be somewhere where you want to be. If you have a time frame and you've got 2 weeks or 3 weeks and you need to push and get ready and do certain things continuously then it's nice to probably be at a center or with someone. But having all those uncertainties, it just was nice to be at home and to sort of things to take my attention off of cricket and the body. So just doing random normal day things was really nice.
Yeah, and for us sitting here, I remember we spoke somewhere around the auction or just after the auction.
During the auction, yeah.
Yeah, that's when we spoke, and things were looking fine for you. You said you were just going to start bowling, or maybe you were bowling with a short run up, just testing how things are for you. And
probably, yeah.
Yeah, if I recall correctly. After that, we didn't talk much, but whatever we heard was through social media, through the videos on YouTube, which a lot of experts were making, ruling you out of the IPL and all sort of things, which you spoke about, were quite disturbing because people didn't know the true facts, right? And for us as a franchise, Delhi Capitals had invested in you as one of the retained players, which meant that you matter a lot to us, right? So it all came like some sort of uncertainty, what's going to happen. Maybe people inside knew things which we didn't know about from the outside, but we were kind of keeping our fingers crossed, hoping and praying that you somehow make it. So during that journey, I also remember Patrick traveled to South Africa. A lot of things were happening. You were in touch with. So during the difficult phase when you were going through, there was a lot of support from the DC family as well. Remember Path speaking to you. How were those conversations?
Yeah, it was. I was obviously speaking to Patrick quite a lot. Mostly, probably since December, I was speaking to Patrick, just trying to find out what his thoughts are as well. He was one of two physios who treated me. So I try to get as much information from him as to what he might think it might be. And then try and send as much information through to him as well to sort of get an idea of what's going on. So we ended up communicating for quite a bit, and then eventually started chatting to Path as well. He was just trying to find out how's things going. Also early December, how's things going and how's the body. And I thought I'm going to play the ODIs against India, so I told him I'm probably playing the ODIs, and then that didn't happen. And so we kept on communicating, how's it going. How's the body feeling? And then 1 week it feels good, 1 week it feels bad. So that there was constantly communication between myself, Patrick, and Path, and just trying to sort of figure out what we're going to do and how we're going to go about this. Didn't want to rule myself completely out and saying I'm not available because I don't know what's going on. And I think at a stage they might have thought I'm crazy. I'm saying I've got no idea what's wrong, and one day it's feeling good, one day it's feeling bad. So yeah, eventually I messaged him and I told him I'm quite frustrated as well from my side, and told him I'm going to see the neurosurgeon or the specialist in Cape Town to get all these scans done that I've told you about. So and then actually during that time that I was there, on the same day I got a phone call that Path might come down to South Africa. So he obviously decided that it would be best to send Patrick and have an assessment. I think Patrick couldn't really assess from Australia with me sitting here. So that happened during a day. I knew he was coming down within a day, and then it was just for him to get his passport back from the Indian embassy and to change his plans and his flights and everything. And that's during the time I went to Cape Town. Eventually got to Cape Town, got the answers, got the good answers that it's nothing structural, nothing. The hip and the back is good, and then that's the time when Patrick got there. That's the time I started using the meds, and the next, I think, probably the day after I started using the medication, Patrick arrived. So, and then from there on, just assessing and seeing how the body is going, and like I said, with having the meds made a massive difference that our doctor prescribed, and then just having Patrick and his expertise there as well was great to sort of just assess and see how things are going and the progress that I made, and the reports that I gave him via the phone as to when I was there bowling right in front of him, and seeing the progress that's been made within a week, within 4 days. It was massive. So I think lots of credit to both of them for organising and getting things done so quickly, and then to Patrick for actually coming down and helping me. And we had to travel from Cape Town to Port Elizabeth by car as well. BA was grounded at that stage, so we had some good bonding time on the road. But it was nice, just sort of getting through that phase. I think that was an important phase. And then, like I said as well, within 2 days, 2 days before I flew, I found out that I'm coming. So I didn't really know what's going on, and we were just literally taking it day by day. He eventually found it out that they want him to stay a little bit longer as well, to keep on treating me. So he was there a little bit longer than he expected, and I left quite a lot earlier than I expected as well. So it was a crazy time, but just happy things finally turned out the way I think it should have, and to have that support and that sort of knowledge around it now and the way to go forward. So
Wow. I mean, so much happens behind the scenes that we hardly get to know. So that's quite incredible. The moment we got to know that your landing was maybe when we saw the story on the Instagram post. It was a close kept secret until then.
No, I don't know. We like I said, we almost didn't know we're coming. We just, when we found out, we packed our bags, and I think one night packed the bags, and the next day got a few things ready, and we left. So it was just, everything was a rush, but happy to be here. And then eventually, I think that's when you found out. Like you said, put on a story and everyone knows.
But the fans were delighted. Like I told you at the start, that fans absolutely love you, and every post we used to post, there were comments, like hundreds of comments below about your status, right? And that was the time we weren't sure what to write about you. And then finally, when we got to know you're coming here, it was a different sort of feeling. Everyone was quite excited, all of us here, the fans, when they saw you, that video we did.
Oh yeah.
Nokia kahan hai?
Yes.
Nokia yahan hai.
I remember that.
Yeah.
No, it was just crazy. Everything was a rush. I didn't know. I saw the comments for a few weeks, and then obviously just one day you find out you're coming. So very crazy, and just didn't do. It wasn't like your normal IPL where we've done all the work before, and the plan was to come here and to do the work, and even if it took a bit longer to do the rehab here, and having Patrick around, and then working with him as much as possible to try and be ready somewhere along the line. So things moved quite quickly at the start, and then sort of flattened out at a stage, and then improved again. So it's just been nice to get here and to be able to have the facilities and
Right.
just to work and try and get as close to 100% as possible.
And we are also enjoying watching you play. It's a treat to see you bowl those fast balls, and you've been picking up few awards after the match. I'm counting them.
First need to get the skills and everything right. But if the pace is there, I'm happy. But it's not something I'm focused on at this stage. It's just about trying to hit top of off as much as possible.
Great. So let's hope 2 critical games to go. They go well for us, and we go through to the playoffs. It's been a crazy tournament.
No, we will.
Yeah.
We will. We're gonna go through, and then we'll see everyone in Ahmedabad.
Yes. So on that positive note, I think let's bring today's chat to an end, and we'll catch up again on a couple of other things which we have planned.
Oh,
So guys, please look forward to it. It's going to be a lot more fun than today. Today was also fun, but yeah, it was mixed a bit of serious stuff and fun. But next one is going to be fun.
perfect. No, I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for the evening and for the chat. I appreciate it. Thanks for all your lovely comments as always. And I'm looking forward to seeing you with a cup of coffee.
Thank you so much for being here. Hope you all who are listening to us on Spotify enjoy this. And we hope to see you soon.